All right, just wanted to talk to you guys about a certain bug, or not exactly a bug, but an unintended feature of Visual Studio Code. So let's say I have a program here, everything's working, there's no errors. I run this and it prints out hello world just fine, right? But what if I wanted to, make an edit or something? Like, say I made a mistake and I flipped the arrows here. I want the compiler to tell me that, hey, this can't run because there are errors. And what you guys may have seen is like an error pop up, right? Error exists after running pre-launch tasks, blah, 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 blah. There's a good chance that some of you might have hit debug anyway, as well as remember my choice in user settings. And what's going to happen is it'll print out like the last successful version of your code. Basically, the last version of your code that was ran without errors. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean in a second. So let's just put this back, right? So this says like, hello world, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this will print hello world 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But let's just say like, I make a mistake that I'm not aware of and I edit it and I just want to say, all right, let's go back to hello world because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sounds stupid. And look, this can be any error, right? But I'm just making a more obvious one for example's sake. See, it ran hello world 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even though there is no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what's happening is it's not even, considering this error code right here, and it's running the old version. But the problem with that is you can't really debug your code if it's just, running an old version of it, right? Let's say if I made a different, like an entirely different message, and then on top of that, like I have a bunch of other cout statements, and let's say even those are correct, right? But this one is still, messed up. I would still get like that hello world 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in order to change that, you have to go into your settings and you want to search, I already had it up here, but you want to search debug on task errors. And yours might be set to debug anyway. It might be set to prompt. It might be set to, anything other than show errors is probably what's causing this issue. So changing debug on task errors to show errors will automatically fix this. So let's see, we have cout hello world. Let's change this back so that it's actually going to print this time. Okay, we got hello world, normal. Now let's say, go back to our other example where we make a mistake but add something. Okay, this time I want hello world 1, 2, 3, but I intentionally did that error. Now it's giving me the error and it says no type in struct, blah, 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 blah. Basically, anybody would know that these errors need to be fixed. And this basically allows it so that your code doesn't run and you don't get confused. And bigger projects, this is helpful because maybe you're changing like one little thing, you go through the user input and then you realize, wait, nothing has changed. I made an error somewhere, but you can't see why because, it won't tell you. It'll just run and you'll be a little confused. So that's just a nice little setting that you can have. Most of you guys should have that set to like, the little error that pops up in the beginning of the video. But if not, just go into your settings. Whoops. Go into your settings, search for debug on task errors, and make sure you have that set to show errors. That way, the old code won't compile and it'll just stop you dead in your tracks whenever you make an error.